And finish your text if you want. Look, you're in good company. All right, I understand the way the business works. Sometimes some things can wait, some things cannot. So I'm with it 100%.
It's Friday night. Jimmy can wait.
So we met a long time ago through Mary McKay.
Yeah.
But we got to work together for a brief stint during the Infinite Esports and Entertainment world.
Nobody remembers that, right?
No Scope Entertainment.
There we
No
go.
Scope Media.
Something like that.
Something like that. So Reed was brought in to head the.
Well, I was more brought into like hire. Like, hey, what's this team supposed to look like?
Yeah.
Like the philosophy was, we're gonna acquire Optic.
Yeah.
We're gonna build a larger esports holding company. We need a media arm. What the hell does that look like? And how do we turn Optic's channel into multiple channels?
Yeah.
And so that was the goal. I mean, obviously everyone knows how that ended.
Yeah.
But we ended up hiring a few people to try and do that, and I wasn't there very long, and it fell apart. 4 months after I kind of stepped away.
I felt so bad for you the whole time, brother.
It was a great learning experience.
Yes.
Like dealing, with Hecz and Bose and all the guys were great. Like I think they unfortunately saw me as the bad guy, which I was not.
Yeah.
I was the guy that was like, guys, I want to help you out.
Yeah.
Like I see you guys struggling on YouTube. I see you guys like trying to do content. Like I'm here to help.
Yeah.
And I was kind of inserted as like, oh, he should be the bad guy to like tell them they can't do this stuff. And I should have never been put in that position.
Never be the deliverer of bad news if you can help it. And behind closed doors, obviously we would be like, it ain't Reed. It's not Reed. It's not Reed. It's not Reed. And that's long in the past, right? Obviously, like I don't want to rehash old shit, but I do think, like, from the beginning, I'm like, man, this dude manages fucking Preston, and I've always known Preston, obviously, as a creator, so I know the sort of views he was doing, and I'm like, this dude is taking shit from fucking me and Embo. Well, not from me or Embo's. Actually, you weren't really taking like direct shit, but the fact that they, you know what I mean? Like it was weird. It was a weird dynamic. It had to have been a weird dynamic for you, right?
A little bit. I think I wanted to scratch that like esports itch a little bit. Like I'd never really done anything in esports. I saw an opportunity to be like an advisor to a larger esports holding company. I was in Dallas. It just kind of made sense for me to have some kind of involvement. Looking back on it, I probably should have just invested and been like, I am completely hands off and not involved. But I got a little too involved and then I had to step away.
Yeah.
So
it was a short stint, but that's how we bro. It was such a blur of the last 3 years for me have been a freaking blur. Like like I know what happened. I know what went on and how it went behind the scenes and all that. But from a content creative standpoint, I had to stop doing my vlog because I couldn't answer questions, and I know that my videos were going to suffer for it because I couldn't tell them, or I couldn't. I'm gonna try to be as transparent as possible in all the videos that I make, but there are some things that involve other people that don't necessarily want to have that sort of shit out in the open. So for me, it was just like, I'm just not gonna do it because it's just gonna suffer. So little by little, like I sort of became this dude that uploads sporadically, and that sucked for me more than anything. That's the one thing that sucked the most.
And people thought I was like knowing what was going on. I found out that the Halo team got released on Twitter like everyone else when I woke up in the morning, and I was like, what the hell is going on? I found out about the Call of Duty stuff on Twitter like everyone else. Like I wasn't in the boardroom, none of that stuff. I can't even imagine like the stuff that you went through. I think that was the worst thing for me. Is like I was like, I can't even like fathom what Hector's going through, seeing his like baby being torn apart.
And for what it was worth, it was my decision, right? It was my decision to get investment. It was my decision to sell. It was my decision. Like I controlled every single aspect of it to the very fucking end. And for what it's worth, like Chris Chaney and I talk regularly, so like he and I have hashed our shit out, and it was a learning experience for everybody. Like I don't see a world in which I'm able to sort of not. If I don't learn from this, like I'm the moron, you know what I mean, and I'm not that. So I don't know. It's part of my story. Like I'll wear it proudly. It's something that happened. Everything that I have going on now, like it's super cool, and I'm happy. More than anything, I'm like, I'm happy. I'm like we got a good thing going with everything here. So for me, it's like water under a bridge to a certain extent. I
remember touring this place with you when there was carpet on the ground and white tiles on the floor or on the ceiling.
There was no wall here. It was just like this.
It's completely wide open space. It's so good. Like what you've done with this place is incredible.
So